Will you help me? I'm alone and frightened. I'm terrified, and I have no one to be with me when the time comes. My death. Is it better to know the day of your death, or to be unaware? I'm only 19. The best years of my life should still be to come. Will you stay with me through this long night? I want someone to know the truth, not the lies that have been spoken about me. Will you listen to my story? You probably think you know it. Young girl, heard voices, saved her country by leading an army into battle, burnt as a witch. Does it sound familiar? That's not the whole truth. Most of it isn't even true at all. I want to go to my death, knowing that the real story is known. I am not, nor have ever been, Joan of Arc. My name is Joan La Pucelle, Joan the Maid. Like a lot of other things, they made up Arc at my trial. I come from Dombreme. I've never set foot in Arc. I want to be known by my own name, Joan La Pucelle, Joan the Maiden. This is not just a vanity, it is important, and I'll explain why. There is an ancient prophecy that France will be saved by a maid from near Lorraine. My village is not far from Lorraine, and I am a maid. The English say I'm a witch, to explain their defeat by a young peasant girl who can't even read. She must be in league with the devil. A maiden, a virgin, cannot be a witch. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I first hear my voices when I'm 13. St. Michael, St. Margaret and St. Catherine. You probably think I imagine them, that I'm epileptic, schizophrenic as you call it, completely mad. But there are no other symptoms. God commands me through my voices to go to the Dauphin, the true heir to the French throne, and lead his army to save our country from the English. Madness! But I obey, and trek 270 miles across country, and find the Dauphin. He's very sceptical, who wouldn't be, but he has nothing left to lose. So he gives me armour, men's clothes, a sword, a horse. I'm told to lead his army to relieve the long siege of Orléans. You can imagine how the soldiers feel being led by a girl. My voices guide me, and we quickly liberate Orléans. The Dauphin is crowned King Charles at Reims, and I am called the Maid of Orléans, sent by God to save my country. The soldiers certainly respect me now. My scar stings and throbs in the damp cold of my cell. It's puckered and angry like my soul. A crossbow bolt to the thigh as we try to take Paris. Things start to go wrong then. I'm captured and sold to the English. They're desperate for revenge, humiliated by a mere girl. To prove that God has not sent me, they try me in a church court. It lasts months, but they cannot prove that I have committed any crime against God. They cannot get me to deny hearing my voices. They can't trick me with their theological questions. My voices give me the answers. I make my captors look like fools. So they resort to trying me in secret. Now I have no one who knows what's happening, no one to help me. I should be guarded by women, by nuns, but I have rough English soldiers who constantly assault me, show me what women are good for, try to rob me of my virginity. Instead of Joan La Pucelle, they call me Joan La Putain, Joan the whore. They threaten torture. As women's clothes afford no protection, I continue to wear men's clothes, tying my jerkin and leggings together with strong ropes to defend myself. But still I am manhandled, all unseen, behind locked doors. They are desperate to find something to accuse me of. My protection becomes my downfall. I am sentenced to burn at the stake, but not as a witch. You'll never guess what for. Wearing men's clothes. Apparently, the Bible condemns cross-dressing as heresy. I think some of you here tonight had better take note. I'm frightened, alone, and exhausted. My voices abandon me. In the long, dark hours of the night, when I am too frightened of the guards to sleep, my terror grows. Worn down, and to save myself, I put my mark on a confession I can't even read. My jubilant accusers bring me women's clothes and tell me I'm not to die, but not to be freed either. I am to be imprisoned forever. An English lord attacks me in my women's clothes. I feel abandoned, even by God. My defeat is complete. My voices return, rebuking me for my false confession, my lack of faith, my weakness. And I realise, to sacrifice what you are and to live without belief, that is a fate more terrible than dying. And so, I recant. Oh, they are devils, devious, wicked. In order to be found guilty without my confession, I have to be seen twice wearing men's clothes. So they take away my dress and give me breeches. I'm condemned to death by burning for wearing breeches. Dawn's pink fingers flicker now like flames at the window of my cell. Afterwards, the church will condemn the trial as unlawful and overturn the judgment. Too late for me, though. To make up for it, they make me a saint. To make up for it, France adopts me as its patron saint. And throughout the length and breadth of France there are statues of me in churches, marketplaces, public squares, all showing me in my masculine clothes and armour. Ironic, don't you think? Thank you for listening. Tell my truth. I am not a witch. I am not mad. I am not a liar. Tell of the evil that men can do to innocent girls. Others come after me. Never doubt what can be achieved by a young girl who has belief in her cause and right on her side. Poor, not yet women, but able to topple armies and inspire thousands. To change the fortunes of countries, to change the world. Greta Thunberg, inspiring a worldwide movement, desperately trying to save our planet. They are marvellous. And they will keep on coming while ever there is tyranny in the world. Remember my name. I am Joan La Pucelle, and I am marvellous.